There we go. Are we having fun yet?
Yeah.
Woo!
Working for the weekend, and I wanna see a show.
Show.
Flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see.
Who that?
All around town.
Around town.
On the radio.
Show.
Show.
I go for the latest blend and funk solos. So around town radio. Show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio.
Show.
All around town radio.
Hola, everyone. Hola. Hola. How are you, Karis?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm just dandy. I'm doing dandy. I am.
And-
Let's kill that theme song. What happened? There we go. We're here. The champ has joined us. Kareem in the
Hello,
house.
Kareem. Hello, Ray. Hello, Jim Kilroy.
Look at all these fun people joining us today. It's fun to have you here. If you're out there, say hi, guys. We'd love to hear from you. We would. Karis, you're in your office.
I am.
Busy work day today?
Yes, very busy. Very busy day.
Yeah, I hear you. It's been a Monday on a Tuesday for me. It
Yeah,
has. That's what
I
it
feel
seems
like every day's been a Monday for the last month or so.
Yeah, we're hoping this. I don't know. It's weird right now. There's a lot of weird things going on in the local music scene. Lots of weird things.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of venues that are in the mode of, I shouldn't say lots, but some in the mode of they don't really give a crap about what anybody thinks or anybody, if they cancel a gig on somebody or whatever. It's like, oh well.
Yeah, I'm finding that they are caring less and less about canceling gigs. And you can, it's usually those places that really aren't
Hi, Gina.
that aren't about the music. They're just, honestly, these places, and I'm not going to obviously mention any names, but people are going to go to them because of the type of place that it is. And they clearly have zero respect for any of the bands and their time and their money, their everything. And it is becoming very apparent. And it's very gross and disappointing.
Why is that happening? Hi, Bob Klein. Long time. It's been a while.
I think it's hi everybody. I think it's because they just don't care. They don't care about the bands. They're not a music venue. They are a venue that happens to have live music.
And I think that's it. I think some venues get so focused on butts in seats, food sales, things like that they lose touch with, if they're booking entertainment, that the entertainment is just as important at bringing people in. And I think they lose a little focus on that,
Well, I think there's one in my mind that will be busy no matter what, especially in certain seasons. So they don't really care. I mean, they could probably, bring in, people are going to go there no matter what. So it doesn't really matter because of the season. Now that's not longevity, but do you know what else is really going to screw with their longevity is the way they are completely disrespecting these bands. I mean, nobody's going to want to work or play at these venues anymore.
Well, that reputation flies fast too. I mean, it doesn't take long,
I mean, and it's almost every week that I'm hearing it, and I don't know. I just think it's disappointing because we're so low
Hi,
on
Bill.
music venues right now. But I mean,
Seaman.
I won't go to this place anyways because I'm not a big fan on the way they treat their staff as it is, and their price gouging. So I won't even step foot in there. So that's, so it doesn't surprise me that that's how they're going to treat their bands too, because they don't care about other people, or you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, why would they care about a band, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's obvious that, and people get focused on the greed and money and income, and then when things don't go their way too, they start to get nasty to everybody. I've seen that happen over the years with people who just aren't making it work in this business, and then all of a sudden they're just blaming it on everybody but the real people they ought to blame it on, and that's themselves.
But isn't that
hard.
life?
It is.
Isn't that just,
it's the way, that's the way of the world. Earth, Wind, and Fire wrote a song about it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Shit, you go through that personally. I'm basically going through that myself. It's just people. Some people are shitty effing people, and some people will. I don't know, like they just imagine not caring about how your actions affect somebody else. I wouldn't be able to go through life like that.
No, and you're one of those people who does so much for people that are in need, and your animals and all the things you do. And you just, I mean, if somebody comes to you with an idea and they say, "Hey, I'd like to fundraise something," if you've got room, you're going to do it. And there's, you're not going to have a fundraiser every week, and that could happen with people sometimes. They want, don't get me started on this. Whatever happened to the world of paying for your own shit? But now everybody has a GoFundMe for everything.
Oh,
I mean, my God,
can we talk about that for a second?
I feel bad about that. That people think that's their last resort, or is it an easy way to make a buck? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm at my wit's end with everybody getting this GoFundMe page. I'm seeing GoFundMe pages for vacations, and
GoFundMe's making money.
I think it's just
this. Ridiculous. I mean, they're taking a cut of this. It's crazy. It is. Let's say hi to some people real quick here. Bob was here. Gina's in the house. Roger, thank you. Erica is here. Steven, 7 West in the house. Bill's here.
Hi, everybody.
Ditch.
Go fund yourself. I'm with you on that one, Megan.
Bill's. Casey Gomez in the house. How are you, Casey? Jim McCarthy has joined us. Tina Longreed, thank you for being here. Bill says name drop. No, we can't do that, unfortunately. It's just not in our best interest to name names unless they really piss us off, and then we might. But that's how that works. It is all my fault, Bill. Everything is my fault. Just ask a whole lot of musicians out there who still give me crap about not coming to their shows every weekend, and I just don't get it. We do what we can, people. It's a one-man band, Go fund yourself, Megan says. I love that.
That's funny.
It is. And Todd pays his mortgage with GoFundMe. There we go. Okay, I hope that's not true, but you never know in this day and age, There's a lot of people that are using that as a crutch, I think. And, I mean, I get it. People fall on hard times. People do things. And what really gets me with the GoFundMes, and we kind of got off base here, but is when people do it for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody sees you're in need and they take the opportunity to say, "Hey, we're going to do this GoFundMe for somebody who really had a bad way in life this last few months," or whatever, that to me is much more appealing than someone basically starting their own fundraiser online. I mean, I don't know. I'll take a lot of shit for that, I'm sure, but for being cold-hearted and everything else, but I'm not cold-hearted. I give to a lot of charities and a lot of people, but
it's funny how easily somebody will point a finger and call them cold-hearted because you won't donate to their charity, and they'll forget about the hundreds of other charities that you have donated it. Like a lot of people have, there's only so much you can donate a year.
In
But
Cali. All right.
people just love to think of themselves.
Well, and my God, I mean, let's be realistic. If you get on social media and just scroll in 10 minutes, you could probably see 6 or 8 of these things, maybe more.
Hmm.
You can't give to every one of them.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, you physically, I mean, if I had a bunch of disposable income, I'd give it away and give people things they need, but I don't have that. So I can't do that. You know, I'll be willing to help anytime. But, you know, you were talking about venues not being real nice to the musicians. And a lot of this seems to stem, it circles back always this double booking thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing the double bookings almost being a game that's being played with artists to see who will come in and underbid the other one to play the date.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing they're purposely double booking, and then who's ever willing to play for the least amount is who they're keeping on the schedule.
Sup, Steve?
That's so shitty. Hey, Anna.
Yeah, isn't that absolutely just crap business practice? I mean, it is. It's and the day we go to where musicians are bidding for gigs, we're done. I mean, the whole music industry locally will be done if you have to underbid somebody to get a gig. I think that's just my opinion.
You know, hi,
Steve Stein.
That is horrible business practice. It is.
Thank you, Jill.
I know a lot of people that are agreeing to play, and that will be the last time that they play for them.
Yeah, I mean, and it's getting, Ceris, I swear, I mean, I know you're not a fan of them. I'm not either, but it's getting to the point where I can see contracts coming into play on local acts and saying, this is your obligation as an owner to me. This is my obligation to you, that we will play this date for X amount of dollars. And, you know, I hate to say it, it muddies the water sometimes, but how do you protect yourself against somebody where you've been booked there for, you've had, you know, that date booked for 6 months. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, we double booked. Would you like to work cheaper than the other band?
Yeah. I mean,
you know?
It just takes one asshole to ruin it for everybody.
Well, and it's happening. It's happening out there. You noticed any of the local infighting some going on between musicians too, which is a shame. I hate to see that. And it airs out on Dirty Laundry on the Book of Face.
I've sort of noticed it. The one thing that I have noticed, which always makes me laugh, is you'll never see a musician or a band promote their nights or themselves more, especially ones that rarely do it, more than when all of a sudden there's drama between them and somebody else, and they're usually in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing there was some drama between a couple of people, musicians, and only one is being quite boisterous on the Facebook. And they're also the ones that are, you know, acting like they're super innocent and everything, and all of a sudden promoting all of their shows and how happy they are that, you know, it's just, and as soon as this, you know, goes under the rug, they'll just stop promoting and, you know, be exactly who they actually are.
Well, and we've hit on that topic too. Promotions. I mean, if you're going to promote like that, promote that way year round.
Yeah, but that's the point. They only do it when they know they're in hot water. Do
your band a favor. And Bill says fake book. Amen, Bill. If this wasn't the only platform, well, we have YouTube as well, but this platform is interesting, to say the least. Shane says
we should have musician boxing matches.
Cage match to the death. That would be great. Wouldn't it?
It would be great.
I don't know. DeMoss is a pretty nice guy. He supports everybody, so I got to give him props on that. He's been one
I'm
that's
excited for this woman's Women Helping Women because he agreed to be a part of it.
Good deal. And with that hair, he's kind of looking like a woman. So I'm just gonna say that out. No, I'm just kidding.
You're gonna catch some heat on that one, bub.
He's got pretty hair, man. He's got great hair. Shane DeMoss. I wish I could grow hair like Shane DeMoss. I do. Yes. What else we got, Karis? You got, somebody out there throw us another topic too, because we've frankly, neither one of us in the last few weeks has had the energy to do this, and I'm too busy trying to keep my head above water and save what we're doing here and all that stuff. And Karis has got 2 businesses and school and everything else. So if you've got a topic, throw it out there. We'd love to hear from you today, a hot topic.
But just because he said that doesn't mean that we're not enjoying this, and we still really, 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 really want to do this. We're not trying to make up excuses, but we do. Our brain is mush, and we need some help with some topics.
Did I sound like Debbie Downer?
Yes,
I do.
very much so.
Thank you.
So because we still really love this show, and we want to keep it as entertaining as possible. So just help us give us some topics. I did do some this or that's today, though. I promised that, and I got some.
Well, let's hope Kara comes on because she's the one that wanted it. Let's look at Kareem's here for a minute. That's interesting.
So that was a big issue of mine, and we spoke about that. This topic, one topic we kicked around a while back: how to best tell someone, individual or band, that they aren't very good when they ask your opinion. Hold on. My band caught some shade from a Cleveland band that we played literally next door to last weekend. As it turned out, their show was empty and ours was packed. They sent someone to our show in one of their T-shirts to take pics to post on their socials. Oh.
Well, I'll give them a+ for ingenuity there, but
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. I watched photos come from an event last weekend, and the people that were taking the video. I mean, if there's nobody there, man, don't do the venue a little bit of justice, and don't stand in the back of the room taking video of people playing with 0 people in the seats. Just saying that out loud.
To touch on Kareem's thing, that is a big issue because people don't want to hear it. So even if you're trying to be honest, because they'll be like, well, why aren't you booking us? And people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear it's because there was one band that I was going to book, and then I was listening to some videos. It's like, I can't have this. I'm sorry. And they asked why. I said, do you actually want to know? And they said, yes. I said, because the singer is not good. Is not good. I can't have that on my stage. And at first I said, okay, thank you very much. And then it led to, but he can do better. These are just bad videos. I said, if these are bad videos, then why did you post them to your page?
Interesting.
Right? So I find people don't always want to know the truth. And when you tell them the truth, they're going to argue your truth, your version, or your interpretation. That
That's
goes back to
interesting.
my huge thing of people have an extreme lack of self-awareness.
Yeah, and not everybody's cut out to be a rock star. Come on. No. I mean, be realistic. I know my limitations, and I don't get on stage and try to perform because I can't. And some people do, thinking that for some reason people are going to love them because they're horrible at singing. And, some people have a voice, some people don't. It's just nature of the beast. I mean, it's nothing negative. It's just the fact that don't try to be a singer if you're not a singer.
Yeah. And, I'm sorry, but why would you want to get up in front of, I don't know. We all have a business to run, and we all have a reputation.
I was a fireman for years. Not everybody's cut out to be a fireman. That's just the way it works in life. Not everybody's cut out to be a bar owner. I mean, we can go back through history and say how many of them have come and gone, because
Kareem,
everybody thinks it would be fun.
Kareem, we could touch on that right now. Honestly, what I think a really good sign is, let's look at your bookings and where, how many bookings do you have a year?
Yeah, that's a good example. Or, where are you playing? I mean, there you can go get booked, and I joke about this all the time for, $25 and a slice of pizza in some little place and sit in the corner and play music to the 5 people that are there. But are you being booked in somewhere that's relevant enough for you to have a career out of it is a whole different world.
Yeah.
I think, and Kareem, I'd answer your question with this. When people come to your show once and never come back again, for the most part, now some may be from out of town, whatever, but for the most part, if you don't get a repeat following a little bit with people who like what you do, that's a good indicator, I think, that you got something going on there that's probably not a good product.
Hold on. It's Joshua Morgan. You're on All Around Town Radio, Josh. Well, I'm doing my podcast. I'm going to have to call you back. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Oh my. Josh, he'll be on here in a minute now.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Megan Miller, after watching American Idol, it's very apparent people who are horrible singers have zero clue they are bad. Girl.
That is so true.
It is so true. And let's go back to this. This is something that also sing in your wheelhouse. Know your wheelhouse. If you are this experienced, incredible singer that you think you are, then you would also know that there are certain songs that don't suit your voice. And you shouldn't do. And that should be okay.
Yeah. Just don't do them. If you can't sing them, don't do them.
You know something? I really suck at, because I work the food truck a lot, right? And I have tried multiple times to run the dressing station and the grill. Let me tell you something. I suck at it. I try, but I suck at it. So what do? I don't put myself in that position. I put myself in the position that I know I'm good at. And then everybody wins. Just know your limits. Know what you're good at. Know what you're not. It's okay not to be good at everything.
I want to touch on Bill's thing that he posted there about, can we talk about bands with big heads?
Oh, let's talk about bands with big heads. Let's talk about that.
He also followed it up with, why aren't you booking us? Because you're a pain in the ass. Amen to that. And
amen to that.
I learned that so fast, Ceris, on our Wednesday show when I interview bands. Some bands, you send them a link like I send you every week to come on the show. It's simple. They're ready. And then other bands, it's 50 questions about, and then I want an itemized list of what questions you're going to ask me. Hell no. Hell no. I don't have time for that. We're just going to have you on the show to promote your band. You should be able to talk about your band if I ask you a question about it. I'm not going to ask you something deep, dark secrets or anything like that. That goes on. I learn a lot about bands that way. Or their handlers. Some bands have so many handlers, it's not even funny. And I hate handlers.
Yeah.
I do. I just despise people because it's the handler. The band doesn't even know what the handler's doing to try to make themselves look like some big promoter and this and that. That's my soapbox on that one.
I don't think I've ever had the bands that continually will play my place are the bands that I've built relationships with. And do you know why I've built relationships with them? Because they're good people.
Ray, I agree. I've seen some of the best singers I've ever known at a karaoke show, and they don't sing in a band or ever do it professionally.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Ray gets some really good singers at karaoke. She's really good at the karaoke, at running that. I know she has some Fridays available to anybody out there, any bars out there, venues out there that are looking for a Friday night karaoke host. Ray Renee does a really good job at it.
I agree 100%. I've seen her show. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And the way she runs it, the way her little setup is to be able to log in from your phone and put yourself on the list with a song is just amazing and really good. And Bob Klein, why is that? Tell me why that is. Why is it people close to people don't have the nuts to say, you know, you really shouldn't do that song, or you really should practice more, or go get vocal lessons or something before you try to get up in front of a bunch of people? Why can't people do that? Is it because it hurts their feelings? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, because you're based. I think honestly, it comes down to, and yes, Joshua Morgan tomorrow night karaoke at 8 p.m. at the Bell. And then I also want to touch on before I forget, but I want to touch on that is Ed's comment about Mansion Hill Tavern, because I'd really like to say something about them. But when it comes to art, it's their passion, right? You're a singer. Your art is your passion. So you're not just telling somebody that they're not good at something. You're telling them they're not good at what they absolutely love to do. And that sucks to hear that. You know what I mean? So it makes it tough to be that person to be like, hey, bud, you really suck at singing.
yeah, I mean, that hurts. It probably does, but
you know what?
Save yourself some grief.
Here's the person that I love to death that had a band. I don't even know if it's still a band because they're not really doing, they get booked maybe once or twice a year. And I had that conversation with them. And I think it gets to a point where it's like, going back to what Kareem said, at some point you shouldn't have to ask the question. You're just going to know. And you're going to know because you're down to 1 to 2 bookings a year.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing it for then? If you're just doing it for the fun of once or twice, whatever. But if you're actually trying to say, I'm a singer in a band and I have a band, once or twice a year is not having a band.
No,
Sorry,
but take those gigs because it makes you happy. But don't get upset at people for not being willing to book you. Don't hold grudges against us because we're not going to do that.
Thank you, Bob Klein. I agree with that.
We also have businesses to run just like you. You know, like that's your business. This is our business. I want to, Edward Sawicki, he said, I was impressed that Mansion Hill moved their Sunday Jam this coming week to the Bell and the Bear. What type of collaborations between venues do you think can succeed and build the businesses of both venues? Let me tell you something. Brian Connor who's owned it for about 1.5 years, 2 years, Mansion Hill Tavern, which used to be my favorite bar other than my own bar. He has done such a phenomenal job with that bar. Such a phenomenal job. He also treats that bar like it's his baby. He, as far as I know, treats the musicians like family. He loves his music family. This guy, because we're having the Care for Cat concert on Sunday because the beautiful Cat Campbell got in a horrible car accident and her medical bills skyrocketed. Her means of transportation, her only means of transportation, was demolished in this accident. And what do you do when one of your own, needs some help? You help. You take all your super talented musician friends and you come together and you have a benefit for this person. Brian Connor, the owner of Mansion Hill Tavern, approached me and said, what do you think about us closing down shop and bringing over, because they have an epic blues jam on Sunday nights, bringing our jam over to the Bell and the Bear so we can also help raise money for Cat Campbell. Name a venue that's going to shut down shop to do that. I mean, hello, like that's incredible. That's
pretty good.
That is
that's
so
stand
incredible.
up.
I went there on Friday and I also ate like 5 different things off of their menu, and their food, look at my face, was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh my God.
Can you say that again?
Phenomenal. Their food. I could seriously, effing eat there all the time. It was so damn good. I had like 5 different things. It was so good. But yeah, I'm just so impressed by his kindness, everything. I mean, what a great dude. What a great dude.
I'm reading some comments here.
Yeah.
Casey says Brian is awesome. Yeah, I mean, and he's found a niche there, and that's what he wants to run with is the blues side of things. And there's a lot of people in the Cincinnati community that love blues music. And
well, yeah, Mansion Hill's known for it's a blues bar, so and he's doing it right. He is doing it right. I'm a big fan of him. He takes care of his people. He has so much pride in that bar. He was showing me around because he's done some renovations to it. And there is nothing more than I love than listening to somebody who loves what they do and takes pride in what they do. And when it happens to be the same thing, like you'll never hear me utter these words, but I looked at him and be like, man, I want to open a bar with you. You know what I mean? Because I'm so overly independent that, but I was just like, I looked at him, I was like, if I would open a bar with you in a second. Like he's just so good at what he does, his pride. So it was beautiful. Hi, Billy. I love you.
Edward, thank you for that. Shane DeMoss, thanks for that comment. So yeah, I mean, and that's a great example of venues coming together for the common cause and doing something good. I go back in time to, gosh, it's been a couple years back up here by us, and you're familiar with these 2 venues. Marcy at Mr. Burroughs lost her nephew at a very young age. And he had worked at her venue at times and all that. And here comes Heather from Heather's to the rescue. So Marcy and some of her staff could take some time off and take care of business with all that. Heather brings her staff up and runs the bar for her.
Oh, I just love
and does that. And that is just the kind of stuff I like to surround myself with, because those people are good people. And, you'll never find that in many places.
No.
And I think what you said there with Brian and his bringing the jam to your place. I mean, yeah, who's going to shut their own venue down to go to another venue and do that? And I find that so admirable and so cool.
That what you just told me about Heather, that brought tears to my eyes. I mean, God, I respect that woman. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
And there's a woman right there who works her butt off like you do. I see a lot of similarities, and she is one to give to anyone. If you come in and you need something, she's going to take care of you, and she's taken great care of me over the years, and I love that woman to death. And it's just cool to see those kind of things happen. And
well, I would love to, like, I've only met her a couple of times, but that's the type of human that I would, man, I'd love to be able to surround myself with her like that, like with people like that. And I have that in my life, obviously, but man, there's always room for another incredible person. And that makes me just really, I think that's great. I'm so in awe of that. That's amazing of her.
Yeah. And I mean, that was, she's still running her own place too and doing that at the same time. And Roger's been to Mansion Hill about 20 years, seen the tremendous changes he's made. Good deal. Thank you, Roger. And Megan says guys in the fire service will staff each other's firehouses for the same reason. Absolutely. I did that for years, and it absolutely, that's what it's about. It's about helping others in that way.
Michelle Robinson. Hi, Michelle Robinson. I love that girl, that woman.
Boy, she's on fire too. Every time I see her perform, she is on fire.
You know what was funny? It was last month. I posted, how every month I post my monthly calendar. And one of the comments was, I don't see Michelle Robinson on here. And I was like, well, she played last month. Yeah, well, you should have her every single month.
Okay. Thanks. I'll let her know you love her that much. Michelle's doing great things out there, and she's surrounded herself with a camp of people that are just fantastic to work with and be around.
She's we all know it's no secret I'm not the hugest fan of country, but that woman puts on a hell of a show, and she's good at it, and she's just all around good vibes. So, but she makes me love country music.
Absolutely. And she's a good human too.
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever had any dealings with Michelle Robinson, she's been wonderful to work with.
When my food truck goes to her, the school, they have a service dog, and she's the handler for the service dog. So I got to snuggle that doggy. Oh, that's
Nice.
doggy.
Nice. Shane DeMoss said he got to hear some of Michelle's set at JD Legends this past weekend when I finished.
Nice,
She
Shane.
sounded fantastic. Absolutely. It's
Awesome.
nice to hear. Thank you, Shane, for that. And Michelle, you're wonderful. Thank you. And what else we got, Karis? You know, I mean, we beat on this topic kind of that we talked about today quite a bit, but it's never going to go away, I don't think. I think you're always going to have that one venue who makes everybody look bad from the venue standpoint.
Well, I'm going to make a statement then. How about I just make a statement? And I know that I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that that venue doesn't even watch this show by any means. But maybe I'll just make a statement for all venues, for all venue owners. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I do everything right, and I'm not saying anything like that. But I do know right from wrong, and I do know that treating people a certain way makes a big difference, just in general. And it's really shitty to be shitty, like to these musicians, because it's not easy. It's a lot of work. They're putting in a lot of time, and you know, it's just gross. And you're making good venue owners look bad. And you're making and you're giving these bands reasons to be angry, and they don't deserve to be angry because one venue is effing them around. You know, it's shitty, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. And I think it's gross.
Can I steal that slogan and put it on a t-shirt? It's really shitty to be shitty.
It is.
That'd be a great t-shirt, honestly. I'd wear it. Yeah, that's kind of says it all, and it is. And I mean, there's no reason to be that, because it's karma, man. It comes around, bites you in the ass. It does.
It is, and it will, and I have no doubt. We don't need to mention their names. We don't need to mention any of that, because karma will take care of it. And if it doesn't, oh well, they're not going to have those bands back in their bar anyways, and maybe that is their karma.
Yeah. And maybe they're looking to weed those out and go to some other format or something. You never know what people think they're doing. Or, you know, I had an owner not too long ago tell me they classified bands as cheap bands and expensive bands. And I thought that was really weird because I think, I mean, I get that some bands are pricing themselves very high and that now, but cheap bands and expensive bands versus good bands and maybe mediocre bands for the talent. And this person, when I asked him, I said, what's, you know, where do you look at their talent at all?
Well, that's why they're calling it cheap bands and expensive bands, because these are those venues that don't give a shit about music. They don't care about music. Well,
that's what they said to me. They said, our patrons don't really care about music. It's just background. Well, then get a jukebox.
Save yourself $300 and get a jukebox.
Yeah. Yes. Shane likes the PG-13. We had to tone it down after last week. Jeez.
Yeah, my bad about that A word.
Yeah. Okay, we're about out of time today. We're getting there. So what else we got? Anything else? Kareem's got to run. When Kareem goes, you know we're out of time. We've milked the cow long enough, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes. You got anything else?
No, I like this show though.
Bill said jukebox is cheaper. It is much. Yeah, it was good. Do you have this or that?
Oh, yeah. I got a whole bunch of this or that's. All right.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have one in front of me, so.
You ready?
Oh, as long as I can answer it.
Beatles or Rolling Stones?
Stones.
Elton John or David Bowie?
Elton.
Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd?
Oh, Zeppelin.
Lady Gaga or Madonna?
Gaga.
Prince or Jackson? Michael Jackson.
Prince.
Would you listen to a song with terrible vocals but brilliant lyrics, or a song with amazing vocals but horrible lyrics?
Can you run that by me one more time? You kind of pixelated there.
Oh, sorry. Would you listen to a song with terrible vocals but brilliant lyrics, or a song with amazing vocals but horrible lyrics?
I'm a lyric guy, so I'm going to take the terrible vocals but the amazing lyrics.
Me too. Hence my love for Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Would you rather be a famous singer or be able to bring your favorite singer back to life?
Oh, I'd like to bring my favorite singer back to life.
Really? Who is that?
I'm going to say one of my favorites of all time is Prince. Freddie
you and
Mercury.
Chris Reese. I think isn't that Chris Reese's favorite?
Yeah, Freddie Mercury takes a close second, though.
Freddie Mercury is definitely my babushka. I love him. All right. Would you rather listen to Justin Bieber for 24 hours or Cardi B for 24 hours?
Justin Bieber. Sorry, Cardi B.
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Oh, God. Listen to them talk or sing?
No, the whole doesn't matter. It's a mishmash of it all.
I'll go Cardi B over Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to move into some food and stuff.
I like
Burger
food.
or hot dog?
I like a burger.
Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
Milk or juice?
Oh, juice.
Chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream?
Chocolate.
Pancakes or waffles?
Cakes.
Spaghetti or mac and cheese?
Oh, depends on the sauce. I'll go mac and cheese.
Brownies or cookies?
Brownies.
Only ice cream for life or only pizza for life?
Pizza, because the ice cream would make you a bad diabetes man.
Grilled cheese or BLT?
Oh, BLT.
A fancy restaurant or an awesome food truck?
Ooh.
Hey, delete that. Delete that.
I like both. I'm on it. I'm on it. Bam by. Bam blocked.
Okay.
Gone. Okay.
Well, that's now I'm on
hackers.
Huh?
Hackers.
Yeah. All right. Well, that guy just ruined my mojo with that.
Did he?
Well, I have like more food ones. I didn't want to bring up anybody that we knew just in case.
About food?
No, like I was gonna be like, who would you rather listen to? But that would just be shitty.
Yeah, I wouldn't answer those.
No,
because I like all kinds of music. I do. I'm a fan of various genres and people and stuff.
Who would you want to see win in a fight? Erica or Billy?
Win in a fight. Like between the two of them?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. I'm gonna have to say don't. That's hard, man. You're gonna get me in trouble either way. I'm good. I want to see Billy take a fall for the money.
Take a fall for the money?
Yes. She's gonna take a fall in the ring for money.
The prize is you can either touch Rick's hair or Jamie Combs's hair.
Oh, I want to touch Rick's hair. Jamie Combs's hair looks greasy or something to me. Did I say that? He's a sweaty boy sometimes. Yeah, I'll touch Rick Kern's hair because he's got the love locks of gold.
Love.
He does. I love that.
Oh my God. I got in this. Oh, well, yeah, we're done. I'll save my story for next
Did you
week.
see Billy's comment? Put him up, Eric. I love it. Oh my. Well, this got out of hand.
All right. Well, I'll see you at your house as soon as possible, picking up my U-Haul.
You're cutting out, dear.
Oh, I said, Eric, I'll see you soon. I'm picking up my U-Haul.
Okay, you haul it.
We'll
call it. Hey, it's been a pleasure, Ceris, as always. Thank you to our viewers today. You are our friends, not our fans. We don't have fans. We have viewers and friends. Thank you so much. Casey Gomez.
Love you guys. Love everybody.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Also, CFG and the family, can we just say, made the most adorable poster and it's like a little vision of like a little picture of my doggy on it,
I
and
saw
my
that.
God, it made me so it was so sweet.
Yeah, that was nice. Hey, by the way, I got to get a shameless plug in.
Okay.
Tomorrow at noon, we have the Lebanon Blues Fest on, and
Nice.
some other folks joining us. So that'll be fun talking about their event. And on Thursday, it's Who's Playing Out, brought to you by our friend Heather. And that's happening. And this one is brought to you by the Bell and the Bear, everybody, where Ceris is right now in her little office there.
I am.
Or her big office. Whatever it is. Thanks for joining me today. You got a shameless plug for your weekend real quick.
Yeah, sorry, that gift up there, that's what Mario made me. Shameless plug. We've got the karaoke on Wednesday. We've got our awesome jam on Thursday. Friday, we have the CFG and the family. Saturday, the Doug Hart Band. And Sunday is the Care for Cat music concert where you'll see everybody come together.
I think that sounds like a great lineup.
Yep.
By the way, your August lineup is epic.
Isn't it amazing?
It is. You have a great lineup, and people are going to love it. And Bill, he said you're going to have record crowds. You're going to set a record.
August is one of our slowest months, but that'd be cool.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Summers are our slowest months, but fingers crossed.
Thank you, Ceris. I love you.
Love you, Scott. Love everybody. We'll see you soon. Stay kind to everyone.
Into the music scene.
Woo.
Showing
Lots of love
for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go
see. My boys. Show.
we gone. Bye-bye.